Hi guys, this is Pradeep. So today I'm going to introduce one our guest. His name is Prem, and let me quickly give the idea about him. He is a qualified chartered accountant, and initially he started as uh, junior consultant in second leading IT company of India. Recently he moved to one of the big four. So I requested him to give some tips on preparation, what the strategy he has, right? How what are the problem he faced during interview, and also he's going to guide you so that it is going to benefit to all. Yeah, hi Prem. Congratulations for your job.
Hi, Pradeep. Good morning. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
yeah. Now it is over to you. You can. I already have given the brief introduction about you, but if you
Hmm.
want to add anything, you can. Please go ahead.
So, just to have a quick background of me, I am a qualified chartered accountant who was passed out in May 2022.
Okay.
So, after my results, it was during my campus placement where I had offers from Big Fours and then one of the IT companies. In that IT company, I was offered with three different roles. One role is for SAP, one is for Oracle, and one is for your normal finance role. So at that time, there was a curiosity that most of my colleagues who have qualified in that last placement have either choose finance role. I
Hmm.
can say around
There is
like
normal trend.
100 normal trend. So out of, if I say the proportionate, out of 100, 90% have taken finance role.
Okay.
So there are hardly 10% who took this SAP role.
Hmm.
So my trigger, so there was a lot of question in my mind that as a CA, whether I'm okay to take this SAP role because still now I can see lot of questions revolving that whether it's charter accountant
Should
is
go
good
go
for
with
your
IT career or not?
IT career or not. So what my trigger point of choosing this SAP was so during my articleship, so I was doing an internal audit of a listed company
Hmm.
where they use SAP as a software for their ERP system.
Hmm.
So luckily, I was doing internal audit for that listed company for 2 years. So at that time, I was given like introduction to SAP, how it works, basic user activities,
Hmm.
how to take your material movements, MB1, do the stock report, take a report from asset, how the financial flows. So at that point, there was a trigger in my mind that how this SAP is working because there was a separate IT department. They have ERP in that in-house team, so they are handling all this configuration and all. So I was very much curious on how this works because lot of integration is there because someone who is putting that goods movement at gate and the finance user is able to post the document and you can able to get complete picture of it. So as a articles, most of the article students would have using Tally as a software during first year. But when it comes to SAP, it is end-to-end different ERP system. That was my trigger point to know about SAP.
Okay.
And then what happened is that during my campus placement, by chance, by God's grace or something, I got this SAP as a role. And then I joined okay, let's see what is there. I joined as a SAP consultant in one of the second largest IT
I will
company.
interrupt you here. Exactly
Hmm.
same question someone asked me yesterday in one of my videos comment. That person, he recently completed CA. He said that
Hmm.
in my campus, I can name the company, TCS. So they are offering a package, one package, and
Hmm.
exactly it is near about eight something. Whereas
Hmm.
if I will go for any banking services, so I'm getting it is more than 12. So I'm a bit confused
Correct.
which one I will choose because maximum my colleagues they are going with bank services or the normal our core area. So
Hmm.
whereas in IT or in SAP I'm getting it's very less. So what I will do here?
Correct.
So obviously we know that initially because unless you don't have the technical knowledge and you don't have the project knowledge, companies are not paying. Only just you
Correct.
qualified, so on that basis not paying. Exactly same. And in your case, I know your package, so that's why you got better package. Nowadays they are offering less also. Even qualified CA
Correct.
on campus placement.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah,
That
go ahead.
same is what happened. The same scenario I had because even during my campus print, I was being shortlisted by 4 companies,
Hmm.
and I had also offer from off campus also.
Hmm.
So all I have around during my campus, I have 6 offers.
Hmm.
Out of 6 offers, like the IT company was offering the least package.
Hmm.
Least means for a SAP role, it was have offering that same package what you told. So it
Hmm.
was roughly around that package.
Hmm.
And then when it comes to Big Fours or other companies, even I had from banking sector also I had one of the offer. So I cleared the JD and then interview also I offer in hand. So they were offering around at that time itself 12 lakhs they offer as a fixed
22 in
package.
22.
2022 12 lakhs as a fixed they offer. So many of them are told me that
Obviously,
choosing
someone
a
will choose the higher package, and that is
higher
our
package, correct,
core area also.
core area. But so the thing is that whether we have to break the stereotype or not. Because now, because what happened is that when you go to some like finance role, say finance role is very good job, but I
Hmm.
can see a lot of people are going into finance role. So then what happens over a period of time, the capacity of finance role will be full. We have to see in the long run. The short run, maybe to a lakh package will be a good, but if you see a long run, you have to take a wise decision based on your family needs and other thing. You have to take a wise decision. So at that time, okay, let me choose SAP as my role. I just took that role. Then what happened? Then the interesting part happened in my life. What happened is that when I joined Infosys, 3 months was training period. So there they used to give normal training, like how to create or basic enterprise structure, then your how to post normal invoice, like basics, not in depth also, like how to
I
create a
know
business
because
area.
they will only give that training so that you can retain that particular client. You can work on the client what you are going to get. That level
Correct.
training they will give because their purpose is like you can continue the job. That's it.
Oh, yeah. I think training was not even exhaustive because they didn't cover FIMM integration. I think they cover only your enterprise structure, your banking, then GST, like normal input tax, output tax. That's it. It was a
Hmm.
basic, and then controlling also they didn't cover much. So just they covered over what is cost center, that's it. So I think that was like 3 months was good for me, like enjoyed somewhat.
Okay.
But because they didn't taught me much, it was going good. And then we have to do some internal certification so that
Okay.
we get the projects in that company. So
Okay.
that certification was very easy.
Okay.
Certification was just like your questions like what is company code, controlling
Okay.
area, cost
Yeah. Yeah.
center, like this.
Basic settings. Yes.
Yeah, 3 months went good.
Hmm.
So after 3 months, then luckily what happened is that I was in bench for around 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then I got one of the project that was from ECC to S4 migration.
Okay.
So what happened is that at that time, when I joined the project, they were into a development phase,
Hmm.
which means your fit gap, everything has been finalized, and they are into development phase. So that time there are a lot of objects to be developed. There are interfaces, lot of objects was there, and I was being left fresher there. So when I joined to that team, what happened is that everyone was like well equipped. Like
Hmm.
they know how to get a table name. At that time,
Hmm.
I don't know how to get a table name because they got this field. This field will be there in some table name. So this and all, they was doing enormous thing. I was just fascinated.
Hmm.
At that time, no one will be there to teach you.
Hmm.
Like you have to go there, there, there. They'll give you objects. You have to work. You have to whatever you want. You have to do it. So what happened is that 3 or 4 months, literally, I faced lot of issue in the sense like I was not able to cope up. Then I thought whether my decision is correct or not. So lot of, and then even to be honest, what even from my team lead also, I got backfire also sometimes
Oh.
that you are not taking up the responsibility. Not because what happened is that there was a some kind of like since the area is new, there will be a little type of like we need some support from that side. Since
Hmm.
it is new, we face some difficulties. But like, what happened is that I got one lead. She's also from Tamil Nadu. Same project we were. So she helped me a lot. Then what happened is over a period of time, then 3 or 4 months, then there was one turning point. There, where I took all the objects independently. So there I realized that whether you know or not, you have to be committed to work and you have to deliver the goal. That's it. So when that alignment changed, so things got fall into my place. So
So you
there I was
started settle in that particular profile.
settling, correct. So what happened is that then I can see those who are joined after before me. Now, now I'm able to delegate the jobs to them.
Okay.
So I was able to take the full control. So that was the turning point of my career. So what happened is that being a chartered accountant, my one of the advice is that being a chartered accountant, you will be facing little of difficulties in SAB.
I
But
mean, if you don't have any experience and you are getting a campus placement.
campus placement.
Okay.
The thing is that when you are going to speak with a business client, you will be given a priority
Here, one thing I
because
will add, but
mm,
okay, like if you, same is applicable to others also. Like for example, if you are complete fresher, whether you are CA or whether a BA, whatever. So if you don't
mm,
have experience, you are going to face the problem. You are going to struggle in that
correct,
job. But good thing is that if you are CA, you are getting an opportunity to start your career even as fresher. But if you are in other
correct,
profile, no one is going to touch you to give you opportunity to
correct,
start as a fresher, right?
correct. Because lots of people I saw
Hmm.
how they are entering. I saw one of my colleague she had computer BTech.
Mm-hmm.
So she has joined to only to campus placement only,
Okay, but
not
definitely from
regular
technical
roles.
background.
Technical background.
Functional people, is there any job if someone, let's say, for example, let's say I'm MBA pass out and I don't have
Mm.
any experience. I'm going to get the job as a SAP consultant?
It will be very much difficult, but
Impossible, almost impossible.
impossible because almost impossible because even with a candidate who having experience also, there are a lot of criteria. So being a fresher getting the SAP role is very much difficult.
Yes.
So yeah, what I can see that there are a lot of startup companies,
Hmm.
like small companies who are being there. So there you can join as intern. I can see a lot
Ah,
of posts in LinkedIn, Naukri and all. There you can join as
at least you can start.
intern,
At you can start.
start so practice it. Then you can move it once you gain some kind of experience. One of the thing is that those who want being a chartered accountant, those who want to move SAP, it is a very good opportunity because you know your financial statements, you know how to speak to business, and you know how your accounting entries, everything works. So now also whenever there is a business meeting, the finance person who has a very good knowledge, they are able to drive that meeting very good because your user doesn't know SAP. They are just a end user. If you're going to speak in technical terms, they won't understand.
Right.
You're in that language, that is your finance term. So only a finance person can speak in finance term. So now I can feel that being a chartered accountant in SAP is very good opportunity to learn, to know, speak with the business, everything you can learn. And second opportunity which you can see is that you will be able to work with different kind of people from different culture. So you will be like so I was working for Europe client, then Japan, then Thailand, now US. So what happens, you will be able to work for a different set of people, client, time zone. What happens is during this in-between time, I also attended your class.
Okay, so then you realize certain point of time that now I should upgrade myself and I should move from here because of what? Like
Correct.
package wasn't you are not happy with that package or like you thought like I should move. What happened?
One thing is that the package was my issue. Now, as a chartered accountant, our career will be starting bit little because there will
Right.
be some attempts will be
Yes,
there.
yes, yes, yes.
And and last year, 2 years before there was COVID, so 1 year was washed out. So
Hmm.
we have lots of factors being for chartered accountant. So that also was my triggering point because I have to cope up with this range, salary
Mm-hmm.
range, because what happens, my working years will be less. If I start my career late, my working age will be less. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to cope that up. So then, so based on this factors, then I decided that let's move on. Let's look for a better package
Job,
salary.
outside job. Okay.
Uh, then what happened then? So I know that with this knowledge, I will not be able to clear it, because in your project you will be working on only specific module.
Correct.
So in fact, I was working on data migration using your migration cockpit.
Hmm.
That was my predominant area. Migration from ECC to S4 master data, transaction data, every, even fixed asset, everything handled, LSMW, everything I've done. And when it comes to your functional area, right? So I have just worked on a basic enterprise structure or document splitting and then intercompany configuration. That's it. Then if I come to FIM integration, I have not worked on, because it was a ECC to S4 HANA migration, because all the GLs have been set up already in ECC. So just you have to copy paste it. So that is, and then when I went into the project, it was like development phase. So all your configuration, basic interface structures has all been done. So then I came to know that I have to know everything, like your basic enterprise structure, what is ledger, and then what is document range, how you it integrated with controlling, what is FIMM integration, FISD, CO integration, how it works, how banking works. So everything you have to have a knowledge on. So then actually your name was referred by my IT company who I worked at. There they given training, 3 months of training. So there only they mentioned that your YouTube videos will be nice. So actually, they also refer your YouTube videos for your training also.
Oh, really good.
So from there only I came to your name that. Mm, then what happened is that then after I was seeing your videos, and then okay, then I thought of okay, let's enroll your classes. So that classes,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
yeah.
go ahead.
So that class was the turning point, I can say, because in that class, I was able to learn everything from the scratch. Your enterprise structure, your basic FIMM integration, everything was a scratch, and the explanation was
Mm-hmm.
in detail to the core that I was able to comprehend everything. So if you take FIMM integration, how your this document type is linked to your movement type, how your posting is defined.
Okay,
So
maybe it's about you, it's not about me. So okay, it's
correct,
done. Then how you
it's
started your preparation? Because people want to know, I know that they want
correct.
to listen from you, like what are the area you focused or how you prepared.
Mm.
So let's say you thought like now it's time, I should start preparing for my interview. So what was your approach? Like what, how was your preparation?
Then what I did is that then I searched for a lot of uh, job portals, so LinkedIn, Indeed, Naukri, and then we have a lot of companies like apart from LinkedIn, there are a lot of job portals. Like I can say like Pepsi, Nestle, ENG. We can see a lot of companies are also using the SAP as a software. So what I do is every day, at least 1 hour or 1.5 hours, I have to see a
Search for the
job
job.
portal,
So
search.
you are also, I mean, you are open to join any product-based company also or any IT companies because you just named some product-based companies,
Yeah,
right?
because I was open to any of the
Everything.
opportunity.
Okay,
Everything I
okay.
was open, because one thing is that we should not restrict ourselves to opportunities. Because what happens is that your current organization will hold a notice period of 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is that if you are very much specific to one particular sector, and if that sector says that no for 90 days, then it will be a disappointment for you. Because I can
Okay,
see
good point.
most of the organization will say that 90 days is my, they won't accept for
That,
90 days.
so
They'll
yeah,
say
notice
60
period
days.
will be 90 days. Yeah.
They'll
They
say
need
60
early hiring. They want to,
early
someone should
hiring.
join early.
So if you be very much specific to your job, right? So you can be specific to your job when when you are in notice, when you are. when you got a job offer before 90 days, after that you can be very specific to the job which you are going to apply. But before you are putting your papers or anywhere, putting your papers, then the thing is that you should have a job offer in your hand.
Okay.
So for that purpose, what you have to do is you have to be open to any opportunities. So I was very much like every day, like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, I have to search in job portals, create login. Then I used to prepare an Excel sheet where I will be using my what is the company I applied, my username, password, and then what is the status. Because
Okay.
the
Yeah,
thing is
job
that
hunting itself you have to do like a job. That is true.
job. So one thing is that if you are going to apply, right, it's not like just now I can see other people going LinkedIn, easy apply button. Just go and
Hmm.
apply. That's it.
Right,
It's
right.
not like that. It's not like that it works. If if you're going to search for a job, you have to know getting HR now. Email ID. See, you're going to specific going for HR, get HR email ID. Like try to get HR contact number. Or if someone is working in the current organization, try to get HR number. In your way of see, for one job, there will be thousands of applicants posting for a job. Then how you are sure that you will be getting a job? They are the screening, right? So the thing is that even though you apply for a job, try to reach out the HR person in person, over the email. If you get a phone number, it's well and good. Be polite in reaching out to them. So what it is, I used to get, even though I applied over the portal, I used to send an email to them. So I have applied this like this. This is a portal I have applied. My experience, and all, I put an apply. At least this creates like at least out of 1,000, maybe out of 1,000, there will be like 50 people who will be doing like this, sending
Hmm.
out their mail to
Hmm.
their
Hmm. Hmm.
friends. Out of 50 will be there. Out of 1,000, 50% among you will be the one of the person who is highlighting you, and you are taking some effort. So this effort will recognize your HR that you are taking some effort. It's a genuine person. So this is one of the criteria which I followed. Second thing is that you have to read a job description, because I can see now that the trend has been entirely different. How I don't see anyone just looking for your FI, CEO, and then now I can see that exposure to FSCM, RAR, and then banking. So now what happened is that the trend is that they have been looking for a candidate who is having
Multiple skills.
exposure, multiple skills. Either you can be expertise in FI and CO, but you have to be exposed to your RAR, FSCM. Now the trending has been setting up like that. Now I guess if you see any job description, Big Fours, now Big Fours and all, they are specifically hiring for a module like RAR, treasury modules. So if you are going for any planning for your Big Four, then your like areas like your RAR, treasury, FSCM should be focused much. If you're going for a product-based company, then FI and CO is better. But if you're going for Big Four like that, you have to ensure that you are working on it niche modules. So now the trend setting has been done. So what I did is that in order to know about this, what I did that in at my current organization, I was given access to my SAP Learning Hub.
Okay.
So there I completed two certification, which is financial accounting and management accounting. Internal exam certification I completed, and then what I did is that I did certification on RAR. So it's not hands-on, but you know how the structure works in SAP, how the at least you know the how the entry is going to pass. Because we have now SD module. Now it's come to RAR. Then what is the difference between SD and RAR? How the entry from SD flows to RAR? What is the entry will be flowing? What is the impact? At least if technically you are not able to say on SAP how it works, but your accounting entries, for able to say, at least interviewer will know that we're taking steps to learn it. But this was the approach which I did. And then what I did at my current organization, I was given opportunity to learn on project systems also.
Project system. Okay.
Project systems. But project systems in the sense means project system in the means that Where there I used to learn how your WBS, settlement works, everything. It's like broad structure of the project systems. So that was added to my resume. Then what I did is that then interview I attended like 2 or 3 interviews. I got calls. So what happened is that actually I also attended the interview in Bangalore-based product-based company. But what happened is that see, one thing is that being like if you are going to have experience of 2 years, and then if you are going to move on, it will be a challenging part
2 years experience, if
because
you are going to change, it is challenging.
challenging because I'm saying from my perspective because my domain experience is zero
Huh.
because post qualification I have to consider because post qualification I have to see.
You
So
have
like
only articleship, that is the experience as
articleship,
considered as a domain, right?
the, the most of the IT companies they are not considering that.
Articleship, yeah, that is in
They are
there.
not considering that, and there are some companies who are having a policy that based on your experience you have to give a CTC and all.
Hmm.
So they have inbuilt policy. So what happens is that if like me, if you are that there will be a lot of candidates who wants to move by being a CA, 2 years they are into some organization. If they want to move, it will be a bit challenging one because if you see every job description,
Challenging in the sense like you are saying that from your skill point of view or package point of view?
getting interview calls.
Interview calls. Okay, got it.
Because what happens is that your profile will be first screened by HR only,
Hmm.
not
So,
the interview
well,
panel.
yes, hiring manager is not going to check, right? Right, true.
Then, if you are going to see your JD, right, the first qualification will be 4 or 5 years.
Hmm.
Here, no one will be 2 to 5. If it's
True.
2 years,
So they will,
so
that point, they
they
will
will
not consider that profile.
consider that. So it was so deep because even I have a lot of companies, a lot of product-based companies everywhere I attended.
Hmm.
So what happened is that HR will call me. They'll ask what is my qualification, and I will tell everything. What is your post qualification? If I say 2 years, we will get back to you.
Okay.
That's what the standard thing I used to get. So proving a skill is secondary. If you get the opportunity, only you will be able to prove your skills.
Then in this
You
case,
sh-
Prem, what you will suggest if some, let's say, being a CA, if someone is thinking, let's say, on campus, so they should go for this IT career or not? Because interviewer is correct in that point. They have a mindset we will hire someone with 4 years experience because that is the client is asking. Okay, and if
Mm.
you continue 4 years there, then you have to compromise with the package.
Yeah.
So anyway, you got the job. You are going to join Big Four. You got your salary hike. But just go back to that day and just think
Mm.
what should be your
See,
suggestion? They should go or they should
my
not
suggestion
consider.
is that
Hmm.
you have to consider. But thing is that you have to speak a lot. One thing is that I can see, to be honest, I have my colleagues who is also joined like with me.
Hmm.
But you have to speak with your manager because if you're going to get into project, right? So you have to have a like outshine. See, there will be a lot of candidates who is working in a particular project. Then you have to specific your career aspiration. You have to demand if this project is not good, you have to demand, I want to change the project. You have to speak for your rights because your manager will not come and see each and every person. He will be having multiple of projects. So my thing is I demand that so I want this project. I will do this. I took all the uh, task under my name. So I closely what happens is I closely work with my team manager itself. So there was no like my immediate lead. I directly work with my team manager because you have to speak, you have to take responsibility. Once you have done that right, you will be having getting confidence over yourself. Then your mindset will automatically change that I have my skills. I will be getting my job. So that was my mindset when I apply the jobs. I know that I will get jobs. So even if I go to some other company also, I will be able to prove myself. That attitude will develop only when you speak a lot, when you demand your You have to be expressive to your manager, everything like what you want. That's it. Because if some project doesn't suit you, then you have to clear that this project doesn't suit.
Anywhere
So
you did you find anything like yeah, I am a chartered accountant, I'm there in a better position with other my like those are applied for those job or not like that? Are you getting my point? For example, let's say
uh,
there are five
hmm,
anyway. When interview is going on, you don't know, but did you find something? Because we know that CA are special. So, but in interview when you are going to, so they are going to give any special consideration on the basis of your qualification because everyone knows that experience is
correct,
less.
correct.
Experience is less because you are campus hired. So that qualification, did you get any advantage because of that?
Hmm. So it depends to case.
Okay.
Because what happened is that we have a, if you go for any IT company, right? So they will be focusing on more of technical skills.
Huh.
So in that sense, they won't consider CA as your experience. So
Okay.
CA is just qualification, but they will be more focusing on a SAP technical skills.
Okay.
Now, if I'm going to any product-based company who is doing manufacturing,
Right. Huh.
they
They will
then
they
they
will
will
give
consider your
qualification plus IT
qualification.
knowledge, but qualification
IT
also
knowledge they will
very
consider.
very important.
So now
IT,
what? Sorry.
I got your point.
So now what happened is that I have seen many roles where it's not FICO consultant. We have like SAP treasury manager, SAP manager, then SAP like it's like managing role. So what happened
It
is
is
that
mixed
this
kind of a business as well as IT skill, right?
correct. So now I can see many product based company where they are migrating from ECC to S4 system. So
Maybe
I can
no
see
other, yeah, system to SAP system, Oracle to
ah
SAP,
correct, correct, correct.
other.
So there's other systems they are moving to S4 HANA.
Hmm.
Now what happened is that their existing business doesn't know SAP. Say for example, there are companies who doesn't know SAP. Now they wanted to move to SAP. What they will do means that this bunch of this organization, which they are moving to SAP, they'll be hiring some IT consultant who is doing SAP configurations and all, like IT companies.
Vendor, they
Now
will hire one
the
vendor
job
for that
the
work, right?
vendor our. Now what happened is that this product-based company they will again hire someone who knows finance plus SAP knowledge. This person will act as a catalyst between your business and then within your IT companies. So once this person who is act as a catalyst, once he completes this project implementation, then this person will be placed for even finance role plus SAP role also. So he will be handling both finance, some portion of finance, then he will be handling SAP also. So now the role is being developed such a way that will be able to work in finance role also plus SAP role also. This will be specific only to product-based companies.
So have you appeared any kind of interview for this
Yes,
profile?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. I
Okay.
have applied. I have done. So in that they are told that minimum years is 5 years of experience.
Okay.
But what happened is that I had 2 years of my post qualification. That company they have considered artificial as my experience also
Hmm.
because I was here because they are also manufacturing client. So I was doing audit for a manufacturing client also. So their process was bit similar to the manufacturing. So I was able to understand the business process. So how your manufacturing works, how we are going to subcontract it, what happens, what is your packing slip. So I was able to tell them what is my business process. And then with 2 years of SAP, they have considered me for the role. But the product-based company, right? So they won't agree for 90 days notice period.
Okay. But otherwise, everything was good. Package and all, everything was
Good.
good.
There are around four levels of interview for me.
Mm-hmm.
Four levels I cleared, but what happens is that at last is even the salary also they told that they'll be able to meet my expectations beyond that also. So they had the requirement
But
but what
only
happens is
this
notice period plays
notice
a
period.
important role. So notice period. So that's a lot of SAP is not just to go
Yes,
for a
that
company and
is
do it once.
initially maybe you are not getting the due return what you are expecting, but once you have the skill, once you have more project experience, so it is going to bit a domain career. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
that's
domain,
right.
I'm not saying domain is being CA, you should not go with domain. You can choose which one is the best suitable for you. But maybe initially, right now your package is comparatively, but people should have patience rather than we should get something immediately. Every career having its own pros and cons.
Correct.
So once you will be that skilled, once you have that project experience, then definitely you can win. So SAP is not the only career. If you think anywhere you are having a better option and second thing, you should love what you are doing. You choose
Correct.
as something because somehow you thought like I will give this justice or I did the same thing. So if you have if you are passionate about the IT, then only go. Or like I heard okay, Prem got the opportunity, I should go with that. Maybe you don't love you don't like this particular profile or you don't like. Tomorrow you will realize after 2 years, okay, my friends are getting this much, I'm not getting. So if you are consistent, if you think like in future I'm going to get, definitely if you have skill, you are going to get the return. So
Correct.
there is no doubt on that. But only thing is you should be consistent. You need to work on your learnings because in IT continuous learning is required. So
Correct.
thank you very much, Prem, for your
Yeah,
time,
thanks,
for
Pradeep.
your suggestions, anything. And once again, congratulations for your job. You are going to join Big Four. All the
Thanks,
best.
Pradeep.
Project, okay, project not assign it. Anyway, you have not
That was
joined. October,
yeah,
right? You
correct.
said October joining.
October. October end.
So all the best. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Pradeep.